There we go. I was muted. Really? For those that are on my TikTok, head on over to the TheKempire Daily YouTube channel so you can hear me. This is my first time doing. Audrey, now can you hear me? You should be able to hear me now. I was muted before. You would think I just learned how to use the internet. Shout out to my people in my TikTok chat room. Head on over to the TheKempire Daily YouTube channel. And we're going to talk some hot topics, including the housewives and all that good stuff. There's a link in my bio. Let me see. I'm also going to post a link to this StreamYard so that you guys can be a part. Thank you, Robin. What's going on, Robin? Let me just, no, come on. Show. Oh, sorry. There we go. See, I'm learning everything on the fly. If you don't know who I am, I'm your boy, TheKempire. We have a new podcast episode that's out today. It's called For the Love of Gia. Because I want to talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. But before we jump into that, I just want to make sure that everything is good. How's everyone doing? If you can hear me in the chat, let me know how you guys are doing. I see Robin. I see Audrey, aka Barry. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me just make sure everything that I want is going properly on the other side of things. This is what happens when you're doing everything yourself. But I did want to talk about this stuff. Shout out to everyone in my TikTok chatting right now. I just want to let you guys know you can head on over to my YouTube Live. I'm going to pin this message. If you want to join my conversation throughout the night, just to share your thoughts on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Salt Lake City, New Jersey, or anything else, any other hot topics. I want to talk about all of it. Let me just minimize that. Hey, Andrine, is that how you pronounce your name? Or Andrine? I hate mispronouncing people's names, especially because I have such a unique name myself. Hey, Rosette in the TikTok. I see I got a lot of people in my TikTok chat room. Head on over to my YouTube, TheKempire Daily. I'm going to continue the conversation there. I just wanted to let you guys know on TikTok that that's where I'll be. Yes. Get a snack. Get a snack and head on over to YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to sign off of my TikTok right now. And I just want to say thank you to everyone on TikTok. Head on over to the YouTube channel so you can hear the conversation that we're going to have tonight. Okay, y'all, what's going on? Look, I took notes. I rewatched the Salt Lake City reunion. I didn't have enough time to watch the the New Jersey Housewives, but I just watched that on Wednesday, so it's still somewhat fresh in my mind, and I talked about it on my podcast. So I thought, you know what? Let me come on YouTube because I feel like there are a lot of people on YouTube that may not follow me on my other social media and did not hear or may not be subscribed to the podcast. If you're not subscribed to the podcast, it is TheKempire Radio, and it's on most of your podcasts. Canna's in the building. Ken, I hope you got your snacks. It's one of those types of nights. I used to go live all the time on TheKempire Radio Friday nights. That was the night that we would go live. We play music. We talk hot topics. We do celebrity interviews. We even did a celebrity interview with K. Michelle early in her career, before she was a huge name. She was already a name at that point. And it's funny because K. Michelle's in the news this week for an incident that happened on her Instagram Live. She was dancing around and people started a rumor that her butt had deflated. But what she later explained was that because of all the surgeries that she's had to remove the silicone that was in her body and her thighs and things like that, now she's left with a lot of flab skin, loose skin. So she was explaining that that's what was going on her behind, and she still has surgery scheduled to have that fixed. And I was like, wow, like I had no idea. But if you remember the way that K Michelle used to look when, you know, she had all that silicone in her body, it really, I mean, she was very, you know, voluptuous on the bottom half of her body. So it would make sense that that skin didn't necessarily, you know, go right back to what it used to be. Not everyone's body is able to do that, especially after, you know, you mess around with your body. And, you know, K Michelle's been a big advocate about, you know, women and having those surgeries and being cautious about those types of surgeries, or being cautious about going to these basement procedures. So she opened up about that. And I saw a lot of people still criticizing her about it. And I'm just like, why? Like, why are we so mad at K Michelle right now? I don't understand. Yes, I want to know what you guys are eating in the chat room. Let me know if you're having a snack. I made dinner tonight and it was okay. I've been trying Home Chef. They are not a sponsor of this live. I'm just going to point that out. But it was okay. It was okay. I'm still a little hungry. I could use a snack. Audrey says in the chat, when she first started augmenting her body, she said it came from my mama and cornbread. Okay, girl. I'm happy she's making healthier choices. I mean, a lot of these celebrities say those things about their bodies. You know, look. Matter of fact, just to make it easier. Look, I'm learning StreamYard with all of you guys right now. Shout out to everyone that is watching. If you would like to join the live and you want to voice your comments on anything that we're talking about, just click the link. I pinned it on the chat. Click the link and I will try and figure out where the hell you are in this back end of things and bring you on the show. I would love to speak with you guys, just to hear your opinions. I speak with you guys like this all the time. So it'd be nice to sort of hear you and see you. If you want to show your face, you don't have to show your face. Even though I've heard of bad things happening. In other news this week, Prince Harry did an interview with James Corden, the late night talk show host. I love James Corden. And you may recall that there was a leaked photo and footage of them doing some sort of interview on top of a double-decker bus. Well, now Harry is actually speaking out in regards to why he stepped away from the royal family. And it pretty much is what we thought. This is what Prince Harry said to James Corden. He said, "It was never walking away. It was stepping back rather than stepping down. We all know what the British press can be like, and it was destroying my mental health. I was like, this is toxic. So I did what any husband and what any father would do." Look, we know what his mother, Princess Diana, went through. She died at the hands of European media, because I know she passed away in France. But the British press was equally as cruel to her than any other press around the world. Shout out to everyone in chat. Hey, Veronica, how are you? I appreciate it. Look, I'm learning how to do all this stuff on here. This is our very first StreamYard, very first StreamYard YouTube live broadcast. So I'm learning how to use it with you guys. So just bear with me. Bear with me with the with everything that I'm working out around here. But I appreciate you guys being here. So Prince Harry spoke out about that. And you may recall Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be sitting down with Oprah for a special CBS interview happening next month, March 7th. So I'm actually really more interested to see what Meghan has to say, because she really has been the focus of British media. There have been a lot of racists, a lot. So I can understand why they decided to leave. And I honestly don't see them returning, because if they were giving his mother, Princess Diana, hell over 30 years ago, trust and believe that's not going to change anytime soon. But because of this dissension in the royal family, it makes sense why there might be issues between Prince William and Prince Harry, because, they feel like, when you sign up for this sort of life, you're supposed to stick with it. And them leaving that sort of life doesn't sit well with the royal family. And I'm sure it doesn't sit well with Prince William, because Prince William, that's his brother. Now he doesn't really have anyone. Yes, Harry did what he had to do for his family. I respect it too. Look, I feel like I'm in school. I should make sure to put my phone on silent. Let's just jump right on into some other hot topics. I do want to talk about Cheray Whitfield. So as you know, Cheray Whitfield, I don't know why they didn't have Cheray return last season or this season, but now she's back in the news, and I'm hoping this means that Cheray might be coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta next season. Fingers crossed. Well, Tyrone Gillums, you may recall, was her prison bae that the last time she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta, we were talking about their relationship. But obviously he was in jail, but now he's out. So I'm thinking, Cheray didn't need a man to be interesting on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. However, apparently producers must feel that way, because that's what they're saying they want for Robin of Potomac. If you have not seen my video on the new replacement for Monique Samuels, after this live tonight, check out that video. I talk about the new Mia Thornton. I talk a little more detail about the Robin, not Robin replacement. I wish she was the Robin replacement, but they're still looking for women to add to the Real Housewives of Potomac. But they're currently filming. So is Salt Lake City. They're currently filming. And we'll talk about Salt Lake City in just a minute. Exactly. Look, we need the OG bone collector. Like, can you imagine? Okay, let's just jump right on into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Everyone's talking about it. I talked about it on my podcast today, more in depth. Because of YouTube, I don't want them to give me any strikes, but I rewatched it as homework for you guys. Look, this is what I do for you guys. I rewatch Bolo do his dance. Look, I don't know. Strippers never really did it for me, y'all. Strippers never did it for me. You guys like strippers? Look, I can appreciate Bolo. I think Bolo is a very good-looking man. He has a very great body. Penis. Look. Look, I was about to go there. And I remember where I was. As I said to you before, if you want uncensored conversation, subscribe to my podcast, TheKempire Radio. I actually will post the actual link name in the chat so you guys can see it. TheKempireradio.com will link you to places where you can hear the podcast. A new episode is out today. But let's talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I took notes because I didn't take notes the first time I watched it. And I also was going to go live. To watch Bolo with you guys on TikTok. But then I was like, oh no, I don't need TikTok to completely ban me from the app. I don't want to be a part of that crowd. So I did not go live for that, but I did go live this week for the Real Housewives of New Jersey and the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion. But anyways, I took notes, and I wonder if I can show this photo to you guys because I just feel like we need to have a map. Look, we need to have a map of what's going on at this home. Look, this home. So let me see if I can figure out how to share screen. Again, if you want to join the live and you want to have a conversation with me or share your thoughts. I see someone's in the backs. Okay, wait, Kiana, I'm gonna have you come on. Look, I love it. If anyone else want to come on and share your thoughts. But let me see first. Wait, you know what? First, before I show you Exhibit A, okay? Before I show you Exhibit A. Let me just add our girl, Canna. Hey! What? You have a crown? I thought I was the Empire.
I had to put a crown on to come into the Empire. I couldn't.
You knew the rules. That's amazing.
I know the rules, and I always wear it because I'm super extra. You have to.
I love that.
I follow you, so obviously.
Exactly. First of all, you're our very first guest via our StreamYard here. So we appreciate you being here. Let's talk about, did you watch the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Okay, I always tell you this on TikTok. You know, I am not here for the girls this season. I'm not, Kenya and her. I don't know what's wrong with her. I want her. I don't even think therapy could help her. I don't even think a good,
Oof.
strong man could break
Oof.
her back to help her. I
Oof.
really think that
Bolo couldn't help.
she need Bola. Now you know Bolo is not trying to enter the dungeon of distress and despair.
I mean, Kenya looked amazing. First of all, can we just talk about all the
Kenya
women
is
looked
gorgeous.
amazing?
Kenya is the most beautiful, miserable woman I have ever seen in my. I mean, could you imagine having edges that glorious and being pissed off all the time? Like, boo, your edges are what dreams are made of. And you really are aggravated. Like, and then she went and got Dr. Magoo, the Al B. Shore Great Value version for your baby daddy. Honey,
Canada, you were coming through with the thoughts.
She could have got Great Value Al B. Shore down on Piedmont selling a CD or something. She could have plucked, the boys in Atlanta always got the CDs down to the Food Lion. She could have picked up one of them.
You know what? I blame her father because a girl's father is such an important influence in their life.
Don't none of us know our daddies. You can't be blaming daddies. How many of us we can't?
You got a point. Okay, I was trying to.
Know our dad.
I was trying to figure out a way.
Ain't none of us really. A couple of us. There's 1%. The way that 1% is rich, 1% got daddies. We don't really. We can't be blaming things on dad. She had a daddy. She knew him.
Then her mother denied her. Can you imagine the trauma?
That is traumatic, but you can't be mean to people because people are mean to you, and you're rich with edges. I mean,
not rich with edges
because that's an important factor. And she's a
I have host. None.
Listen, I got this quarantine wig on, honey.
No, you're looking fabulous.
I don't want homegirl to come to me. What's the home? Because she was going after our quarantine wigs, and quarantine wigs are a thing. Little Miss YouTube. You know, she came down to that Real Housewives with no husband, no housewife, trying to get in Kenya's panties.
Ali.
But see, that could have been a good storyline. They should have did it because that was better than the Bolo. Bolo was like, what does Bolo stand for?
I honestly don't know.
That's an acronym that somebody needs to Google.
I didn't even think it was an acronym, but when I think about it now, I'm like, wow, you're right. That probably is an acronym for something.
And it stands for something because Candy nasty. Nasty, put some clothes on. I told you. That's Candy. Always coming through with the nasty. And
she saved the season, though. She saved the season.
Did she?
I think, for what it was.
I'm so tired of her.
What it was.
Listen,
she came through and saved the season.
If her and Todd don't think, first of all, Todd he is really playing his part with that relationship because she saved his life. He would have been a third wheel producer, tripod carrying nobody.
Damn.
For the rest of his days. If Candy didn't come through and throw him a goddamn restaurant or two and Peter as a friend to squander some money and fuck up with, okay? Let's be clear. I'm just saying.
What are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking Crystal Light. I day drink.
Oh, look, we're very healthy. I'm drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
I'm from Massachusetts. We day drink.
Okay, so don't go anywhere, Kenna. I want to show Exhibit A.
Let's show it.
If I can even figure out how to. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Hold on. Let me see if I can look. Okay, I want to. Okay, look. Apparently, I can't.
What's Exhibit A?
Exhibit A is the maps. Oh, look, I can't look. No, I can't even figure it out right now, y'all. Let's bring someone else on because Exhibit A is the map of the layout of the rooms. Let me bring someone. Wait, Anjanae or Andreen?
It is Andreen.
Andreen, what is going on?
Hi, Andrew.
Hi.
I love it that
I
you
don't
guys are
have my
participating. This is our first time going live via StreamYard. And I love the fact I can connect with you guys and talk about these things. 'Cause I feel like I'm always talking to myself.
Listen, I
And
love
me
your
too.
commentary.
Isn't
Thank you.
it good? Isn't it really good? I think
Thank
it's
you.
great.
But you know what? I love the fact that you guys are here tonight. I want to hear Andreen. Andreen.
Andreen. Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I'm getting it right.
Yeah.
Andreen, I want to hear your thoughts in this latest episode. Canna gave us a lot, and I love it.
Okay. Which one are we talking about?
Atlanta right now.
Okay, so I just today saw an interview that Bolo did, and he said, I did not sleep with any of the ladies. Stop it. My brand is very professional, blah, blah, blah. But, I think it was Toya. It was Portia. It was.
Oh, no.
It would have been me. It would have been me if I was there. So I don't know what the hoopla is about, honey, because I'd have definitely sat on and took my turn for real.
I was scared. It was scary.
Can I be honest with you guys?
Look, I'd have took me a twirl for the culture.
I'm very open, and I said this in one of my videos on TikTok. I said that Tauruses, because I'm big on my astrology, Tauruses are undercover freaks. We like to cook. We like to do, Candy's one of the rare ones. No, the female Tauruses are a little bit more open with their freakiness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could get that freaky with like my friends like that. No,
it's just too much.
I don't know. And then I have to see you the next day. I
That's
don't know if I could do that.
I'm a Leo. Listen, if Bolo came to my house and I'm grown and with edges and a millionaire and my baby daddy's at home watching the baby and I didn't got snatched from having the baby and there's snacks and cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
Did they have snacks? Because it's been a struggle.
Listen, Bolo was the snack.
I know Kenya was a horrible host.
She was a horrible hostess.
Horrendous.
Horrible.
You saw Candy's face when they came back from fishing. She was like, "Where's the food?" And they just looked at her.
Look.
I'm that way too.
Kenya didn't even get it. She really didn't think anything was wrong with it. Like she's like, "What? What?"
She had some sandwich meat. She had some sandwich meat in that refrigerator. Talk about make a sandwich. Like what we at grandma's house?
First, they went on a jet plane and didn't tell anybody. I'm sorry, a private jet didn't tell anybody.
So trash.
You don't have any food, and you're supposed to be so fabulous. Food. I would have been like, twirl on.
I would have been hungry, and I'd have had to take me a bite out of Bolo. I'm sorry.
I have to say, everyone is very excited about Bolo, and Andreen, as you said, Bolo. I think when Strippergate came out, shout out to Lovely Scott because they had the exclusive before we even knew anything about Strippergate.
Right.
And Bolo came out and released a statement that said nothing happened. I don't believe it.
Of course not.
I think that's just something a stripper is going to say because he doesn't want to make that seem like, because that could be considered almost prostitution.
TheKempire, who asked Bolo?
Yeah.
Who asked?
Say it one more time.
Who asked Bolo? Don't nobody need Bolo's interpretation of what happened. We seen him. Someone sat on it, and that's okay. The only thing that the one person that I feel bad for is Tanya, because I don't want her to get caught up even in it. Tanya could have definitely sat on it because I seen Tanya's man. If I was Tanya, I'd have definitely sat on it because she ain't getting that out. She ain't getting that. Cute. Look, he's cute and he got money, but I'm a dickmatologist and he ain't Bolo.
No, he is not Bolo.
And I'm about to be 42 years old.
My exhibit A that I can't show right now because I'm still figuring all this out. Forgive me. Mm-hmm. My exhibit A is the map that they show on Sunday's epised, and they show everyone's room. So at the top you have Drew's room on the left, then you have Candy's room on the right.
Okay.
All the way at the bottom you have Portia's room, and this is all on the first floor. So they labeled it Bravo. The Real Housewives producers labeled it open room. Mother father, there was no open room.
That was Tanya's room.
No. Exactly.
But was Marlo sleeping in her room? Because remember, Marlo was in the living room.
She remember she said that. She said that she ended up sleeping in the room because everyone was in the living room.
Okay, right. So let's just say this. Say Bolo didn't do, and I think this, and I know this because I've been in a lot of precarious situations, and I'll be 42 years old, and I know what
42 where?
I don't look. I like rich Jewish men, and I don't have no babies. I don't put bumper stickers on my Bentley. So that's why when you stay sucker free, you might get to keep your edges and mind your business.
And you're gonna have to come back when we go live again.
I definitely will.
I know, right?
Everyone's invited back. Again, for those that are just joining us in the chat, if you would like to join and share your thoughts with us, please feel free.
But listen, women, we like both. Like I'm not even playing around. I'd have fucked Bolo. I'd have definitely had sex.
I'm glad you're sharing your thoughts because I just don't feel safe about her. Andrew, go ahead.
I'm more of a Bridgerton, reggae Jean type. More so. Bolo scares me.
I understand because he do look like he could tilt a uterus. I wouldn't want my uterus to be tilted because that happens, especially when it drops certain times of the month. So you got to be real careful. But I'd have took my turn, and I would have took my turn, even if it was for 2 minutes, just to say like, for the culture. For the culture.
Tilt your uterus.
You know that happens.
Tilt uterus.
He could tilt your uterus.
I'm
telling you.
Hey, if you were in a relationship, would you still take a go at Bolo?
Absolutely. What? A little dick ain't gonna break nobody up.
That one might.
Why that's gonna who gonna find out, honey? We got assets. We building empires and Kempires and brands. Boo, I can't take a twirl on a whirl. I can't get on a roller coaster every now and then.
I think we might need to move on from the subject because I don't want to flag my YouTube channel.
Anyway, it was great.
Okay, so Audrey says everything went down in Tanya's room. Production knew what they were doing when they showed the layout.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know what?
And how all of a sudden it's not labeled Tanya's room; it's labeled open room. It's because she stopped recording after Strippergate got out.
And you know, she was probably still pissed about the cookie lady because her man damn sure wanted to take a twirl with the world with the cookie lady and get him a little red velvet. The
cookie lady was pretty.
The cookie lady looked like Tanya.
He's got a type, you're saying?
He does have a type.
They look like they could be in. The cookie lady looked like she could have been a biracial girl from Canada too.
Yeah, she was just a biracial girl from Atlanta instead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I didn't expect to have this conversation tonight, but I am surprisingly happy about it. As I said, I took notes, and one of the notes that I took was that Drew ain't so innocent.
I believe it because
I know that.
what did her husband do in Tampa
for 3 days?
We didn't tell nobody. You know that was in the back of her mind, and she was drinking. And it's like,
but things with Drew, and like I said before, Drew's also a Taurus, and we're undercover freaks. I'm probably telling way too much. But
Cancer.
I love Cancer too.
Yeah,
but I just feel here she goes with the slur. I can't wait. But Drew, I feel like she's always stumping for marriages and things like that. And we saw there's a preview that came out this week for the next, mid-season promo that there's going to be some drama. Like I thought they didn't have a season, but there's going to be some drama, especially between Drew and Latoya supposedly sleeping with a pastor.
Yeah.
Who hasn't slept with a pastor?
Was it Jamal Bryant?
Everyone thinks it's Jamal Bryant. I don't think it's Jamal. No, it might be someone else.
He has to tread carefully.
Trent K said the cookie lady looked nothing like Horseface.
They could be cousins. Like she could be the cousin. And I think Tanya's cute. You know what I love about Tanya? I love her personality. And she's super smart and accomplished. And she doesn't take herself too seriously. I really feel like they should give her a peach.
Does she not take herself too seriously?
I don't think, not around the group, because she could really curse them out in a way that she don't. She really could curse them out in a way that she doesn't.
I just feel like Tanya, you saw the smoke that happened last season,
Mm-hmm.
and you got yourself involved in this particular situation, thinking maybe you wouldn't catch any smoke this time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go on a reality show and have my business put out there and then hide my hands.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what she did. She came on
Yeah.
this reality show, did her dirt, and then she was like, I'm denying all accusations because she has denied this. I'm going to put this out there. She has
She
denied
has no
being involved in
choice.
any Strippergate situation.
She's like a huge businesswoman that sits on like Black enterprise panels. She can't tell people that she slept with Bolo. I can. I'm a cannabis chef. I can do whatever I want.
You're a cannabis chef? Can we talk a little bit more about that?
I'm a cannabis chef here in Massachusetts. So yeah, I make CBD. I'm a CBD product developer and I work with marijuana all day, every day.
Hence the name.
Canna Butter Babe, yeah. So some of my products are in dispensaries. I just got a deal, so a lot of my products will be in dispensaries soon, everywhere. So it'll be really cool.
So we can share that with our folks.
Absolutely.
I don't know if YouTube would allow me because I guess apparently we've become so prudish in this world.
Right.
I don't know if they'll allow me to post it in the actual description, but we'll see. But I definitely want to share that with people because you know.
It's fun. I mean, in Massachusetts, it's really dope. We're in a legal state, so we have a good time here.
Maybe do a good of a time over there.
So that's how I know I'd have definitely been on Bolo because I'd have gave Bolo an edible, and me and Bolo would have been low bowling, all kinds of stuff down to the Charleston, honey.
Well, as I said to you before, Tanya is denying any involvement in that situation, although it was her room. That was the open room. Also, look, because you know, I was Kenya watching the episode again, and I was investigating.
It was Kenya.
And I said to myself, let me just pay attention to everything that everyone's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, this is what Portia said. Portia was like, oh, I'm single, but she was like, but I also have a whole ass fiance. Then you're not single.
I understand what she's saying. No, she does have a whole fiance.
Oh, of course you do, Kenna. Explain, please.
Because listen, because her and Dennis are like Woody Allen in all of his little movies, honey. Separate togetherness. You live on one side of Central Park, I live on the other. We only together when we together. When we're apart, we're apart. That's why Portia and Dennis got that big highway separating them. He live in the city and she live out in the burbs where the black folk with the money live and they get their lawns mowed. Okay, so she's single. She was in Charleston. She was single. When she go cross that freeway, she with Dennis. When she go eat them hot dogs, she got a man. When she's protesting on the front lines, Dennis is going to bail her out. She got a man.
Something else Portia said, because as I said, I was investigating. She said, oh, when they referenced the room, she said, oh, that empty room was as she referred to as her other room. Heifer, you didn't have an other room. That was Tanya's room.
You know, her and Tanya is definitely bumping uglies. Please. None of these edge having millionaires fool me. They are doing and the only person that's not doing the do is Kenya. That's why she nosy. And then everybody's busy. She should have let.
Can we just rewind just a little bit? Because I do want to get back on Drew. Attention, Northerners. That's us. Yes. Adri, where are you from?
Well, I'm from New Jersey.
Okay. And where are you now?
Savannah.
Oh, so well, now you're part of the South.
Not his dude's house.
Wait. Attention, Northerners. Tampa was the only coastal town of Florida that doesn't have a beach. Drew's dude wasn't in Florida at Tampa Beach. He was down the street at his dude's house.
Trent is dropping. Look.
Trent.
Because that's true. Tampa doesn't, because I happen to have lived in Tampa for 8 years, and Tampa doesn't have a beach. You have to go to either St. Petersburg, Largo, or Sarasota. And you would say, I went to Sarasota. You would say I went to Tampa. So yeah.
I wonder if this will come out during the reunion, because I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Tampa does not have a beach.
I didn't know that either, but you know, I don't go to Florida often, and I did not know. But Tampa, I didn't know Tampa didn't have.
And you know what? When I lived in Florida, one of my good friends was from Massachusetts.
Really? Yep. Y'all need to come to Massachusetts, baby. Yep. Popping. Everyone doesn't think so, but Massachusetts is a good time in the summer.
Oh yes, beautiful. I've been there. Yeah.
It's really fun.
So you're in the North where, KEMPire?
I'm in New York City.
Oh, so you're not far at all, honey. As soon as I get this second vaccination in my arm, I'm for the streets, baby. So
She's up for the streets.
I am for the streets this summer. You hear me? Round trip tickets are $1.99.
I can't.
For the street. I need to go find Bolo.
Canada, Andrew, you guys are fabulous. I'm not letting you guys go anywhere. I want to move on though. Any other thoughts? Any other thoughts on Atlanta?
Kenya is nosy and needs to mind her divorce and her business. And she needs to pay attention to her baby daddy's failing restaurant in Brooklyn that no one's eating at, down to the place.
Have you went there?
No, but
have you ever went there?
I've never gone.
Nobody goes there, and no one's gonna go to Kelvin's Italian restaurant neither. So they both gonna fail miserably. Bye.
I mean, it's a pandemic right now. This is not the time to open.
Yeah, this is definitely not the time.
This is not the time,
especially in New York. The restaurants are minimum capacity right now.
I wish everybody the best.
But speaking of Kenya, I have to say though, if she didn't make an issue of Strippergate, we wouldn't have had a good episode.
No, not at all.
She could have had sex with Toya. Like,
I thought that's where we were going with that.
What if
I thought we were going there with
Kenya's soulmate is a woman? Because she's not good with men.
No.
It might be. It might be.
I think that
I didn't feel the chemistry between her and LaToya though.
I don't feel the chemistry with her and LaToya, but I really feel like she needs a good woman to slap her ass and pull her edges and let her know, like, girl, sit down.
May I ask you a personal question?
Mm-hmm. I want
Have you ever been with a woman?
Me?
Mm-mm.
That's sexual. I tried something once. I like it. It's on you.
Hannah, you froze. Wait, you froze on me. What? There we go.
Sexual. I tried something once. I like it. It's on the menu.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Easy.
Wow.
I'm a lazy lesbian, though. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy lesbian, so it doesn't work past the bedroom because I'm so used to dealing with men who are emotionally unavailable. So I'm just like, nah, I don't want to cuddle. So you gotta go. You can't stay here. It doesn't work.
If you guys are just tuning in right now, this is our very first live via StreamYard, but we've gone live before on YouTube. I'm your boy, TheKempire. I'm here with Canna and Andreen. I'm excited because I love when I'm able to speak with you guys because, like I said, I'm always talking to a camera as opposed to back and forth conversation, especially because it's a pandemic. And we can do this safely. But speaking of the Housewives, this week alone, the Jasmine brand had an exclusive that there's going to be a limited series coming to Peacock of the top best all-star. I'm saying this part. The top best all-star Real Housewives. They're going to go to a tropical destination in one house. Yes.
The old ones who aren't on anymore?
They have not released any of those details yet. They have not released any of those details yet. But I'm hoping, if Nene didn't burn that bridge,
she should be there.
Blow it up. Move
what?
far away from the bridge.
I love Nene, and I
think Nene would have been considered.
She makes for great TV.
You think it's that bad with Nene?
I think that Nene and Kenya don't like each other because they're very similar.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. But if they would have just fought once, I really think
they would have been good friends.
They would have been great friends. I don't hit people because that's just raggedy and below.
Oh, wait a minute. Sidebar. Wait till what's her name? Wait till Margot. What's her name? Not Marlo. Marlo. Wait till Marlo finds out that Drew's husband went to Tampa because she's from St. Petersburg, Florida. She is from the south side of St. Pete, so she is going to know and going to call him out.
Can I say this though? And I know I probably come across like a Kenya lover.
Mm-hmm. You do. I love her hair.
I love Kenya because I grew up knowing, if you're of a certain age, you know who Kenya Moore is before Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I've always enjoyed her. However, I like what she brings to the show, and I was glad when she came back. And like I said before, I feel like if she didn't make this an issue, they really wouldn't have a season.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I forgot what I was gonna say.
You like
You
Kenya?
love Kenya.
No.
No, that's what you were
That's
saying.
all
I
weird.
think we all love Kenya, like from that
Mhm.
sister, you know, that like, okay, we love Kenya, right? But
Mhm.
enough is enough with the mean girl villain.
I remember what I was gonna say. I
Yeah.
love the reunion between Kenya and Marlo.
Marlo,
I
yeah,
felt like that was like a powerhouse houses coming together.
yeah.
And
But
apparently
she is losing
that
it.
maintains.
Right.
Say it again, Andrew?
She is losing it with Mark, the whole divorce and all
He
of that.
was
You know,
never she knew. Now she knew that
like,
that
well,
man, you know what? And I'm too old to
you
be
lose them
dependent
how
with
you get
Kenya.
them.
I'm too. If I was in my late 20s, I'd be like, "Oh, Kenya,
Yeah, yeah,
Kenya,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, not Kenya. You know when you mess with somebody, you know you ain't got no business, no
Yeah.
business." Now,
Honestly, I think a lot of people, and one thing I have to say, and that's the thing I love about social media, is when she did get married and she had this child, I felt like there were a lot of people rooting for Kenya. Even
I'm
people
so
that
happy
didn't
for
love
her
her
having the
before.
baby. I'm so
Yeah.
happy that she has Brooklyn. I'm so happy she got to fulfill that naturally because that's what
Yeah.
she wanted. I'm happy that she got that, but I don't think she needed to marry Mark
She
in
didn't need to
order
marry
for that.
him.
Right? She could have just had the baby. I hate that she feels not enough because
Mm,
men. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
happy for the baby, but the villain act and taking out your hurt and being that way to it's just not cool. Like we want to I want to see Kenya. I want to
yeah,
see who she is, and it's clouded by petty and bullcrap, and
yeah.
it's like, why?
True.
And I
It's
think this narrative about her not being able to keep a man, that's getting tired too.
it is so tired.
Yeah.
It's
We
not that
need,
she
we
Like we
need
can't
want her to
keep
something
keep
a
a
man,
else.
man at this
right?
point. She's
And
50 years
and
old.
you know what? Praying for a man is the most raggedy thing you could ask God for. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
According to Ciara, it is not.
She asked for protection and love, honey. A lot of us was just praying to God for a man, and He sent one, and we didn't know what to do. We didn't ask for specific stuff. So basically, our prayers didn't make it no higher than the ceiling.
That's right.
We was just here praying for a person with a penis to arrive, and they arrived. Now what?
You're very right, Canna. But speaking of the Real Housewives All Stars, that's what I'm calling it. The Real
Oh, yeah,
Housewives
that's
All Stars.
hmm
Yes, we would love Nene, but she's not going to get any Bravo checks anytime soon.
really.
No, she's not. They're not going to ask her back. I think they're going to, and based on the rumors of the people that I think possibly will be on it, it's all people that are currently in contract with Bravo, NBC Universal.
Oh, okay.
They don't have this. You know what? Right now, they really
No,
they need to
Vicky.
revamp Beverly Hills because Beverly Hills is a dub. The OC is a whole bunch of drunkard, whatever. I don't know what those Republican the Republican Susies over there doing with their weird problems, and
Kelly Dodd this week denied that she was fired as
First
well.
of all, Kelly don't know if
Was
she's
she?
white,
I hope she
Mexican, or
was.
black. Kelly's a mess. Lisa
She's
Renna
a race.
is
She's a
crazy
low key
person.
racist.
She is 0.9% black, Andreen.
And Lisa
Okay.
Renna is a pill popping crazy.
And I'm
person.
Asian. Look, I'm Asian. I'm
I'm
Asian.
a rich white lady. Rich, okay. I'll go even further to say that I'm a rich Jewish white lady. Yes.
Well,
I'm Asian.
are there any specific? Oh, okay. Are there any particular housewives, past or present? You don't have to go by the restrictions I've just placed on you. That you would like to see be a part of this All Stars, because we've been talking about All Stars of the Real Housewives for many years.
Bethany.
Bethany's a good one.
Definitely Bethany.
Mary, because look, I stand for Mary Crosby, honey.
Them eyes get on my nerves.
Granddaddy to come back and listen.
Look,
I love Crazy Mary. I love her. I think that she makes for great quality, raggedy reality TV. I want her in her wacky fashions and her great auntie housekeeper to come back. Why she got her
great auntie housekeeper.
Yeah,
that was her cousin.
Her great cousin.
But her aunt does come by to help out
and
too.
clean that house. And
that's right, because she paid.
lives
All right.
in a. I don't care. I like her. And you know what? Can we talk about the 7-Eleven comment? Because I have
Yes.
to defend her a little bit.
Okay, we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and we'll jump into them next.
Okay.
But before we jump off the topic of the Real Housewives All-Stars, I just want to know any other ladies that you want to see from different cities. Let's start. New York, Bethany.
Jill.
I definitely Bethany. Say again?
Jill.
I don't want Jill to come back and say they kicked her off.
I want Jill. And I want the one leg lady, the one who threw her leg on the table. I want her.
She wouldn't be fun though. And then remember, she has phobias. She's not going to get on that plane.
She was too
Especially
much.
during Corona. She's not getting on anybody's plane.
I want
So
her
who else?
so bad. I want her to come back so bad. I thought that was hysterical.
Data says, I think they've been recording because Portia's hair changed and her hinting at it on Dish Nation. And Portia is one of the people that I did see as a possibility. But Portia is also very busy too with a bunch of different things. And remember, she has her baby. So who knows? I've heard different rumors of different people.
That's her mom. That baby will be fine with her mama, honey. Her mama loved the baby.
Because she has a village, unlike Kenya.
Yeah.
Portia,
That's sad.
I'm a Portia fan.
Kenya doesn't have the village.
That's my girl. I love me some Portia. Portia needs her own show. I really feel like if Portia had her own
Remember,
show,
she had a spinoff.
I know, like they gave Kim Zolciak. No, lying Kim, honey. Kim is like Ted Cruz. She stay lying. Kim be lying. Just as fake as everything else. Raggedy.
Robin says Cheray because we will definitely get the tea. I need a Cheray to be at that Gate situation, honestly.
She should have definitely been there. They should have invited her as a special guest.
Oh no, she's
right. She's friends with Cynthia.
Yeah,
her and Tyrone will be down to the next season. I know that. Because let me tell you something about Cheray. Cheray needs a check.
She does, because her man just got out.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. She by Cheray is doing quite well. The joggers came out in spring, summer, winter, fall.
Oh, I was gonna say you joking, right? Because I was, but see, you know what's so funny? If she would have really had her ducks,
I was
in
like
her money
this.
in a row,
Let me go
and
look
I don't know
this
what her
up.
mortgage payment really could be. Because Atlanta, I mean, where she live, like Dunwoody or something, it ain't that expensive. So she really. I'm just saying, she got a good check. She could have went down to the little fashion market in LA and got her the little joggers, got her a little $3.99 little come up and then sold them for $34.99. Like that.
I don't know what happened with that. Like I was excited about She by Cheray.
Mm-hmm. I was excited because number one, Sheray's body is banging.
Yeah.
Sheray's body's banging and she
is real good.
Beautiful. She's another one with all her edges. That's gorgeous.
And the edges.
She could have sold some athleisure wear, especially now that we're all in the house due to the Rona. Mm-hmm. She could have did. What was the white girl that was doing that does the yoga pants that are 2 for $25?
Oh, Kate Hudson.
Oh, the flat
fit.
Yeah,
there you go.
She can sell her off-brand Lululemon or Lululemon, whatever.
Oh yeah,
to the people.
Lulu.
Cheray could definitely sell. You know how? Look at Portia selling sheets. Portia does very well with her sheets.
I interviewed Portia her first season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she talked about doing a whole home sheet situation. And I said to see where Portia has come since then, and all the things that she talked about during our interview. It's really nice to see because I really enjoyed talking with her. I mean, we had a misstep in between when she was friends with Phaedra, but she's come back, even though she's denying Bolo's situation, even though in the mid-season promo, she's like, yeah, I screwed him, blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, no muss, no fuss. He's the help. Let someone twirl on him a little bit. What's the problem? Put a Magnum on it and call it a day. Magnum XL, honey.
Will it fit?
I
mean, there was a lot that they showed that I was like, oh, wow, can we really show this on television?
Yes, we can. It is to 2021. Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, everyone is grown in that house. Kenya took a private jet with her Albie Shore baby. And I just feel like if Portia wanted to have a little mommy moment and twirl on Bolo, she's in between. Aww. And you know, Dennis, with his little 5'7" behind, you know, he ain't Bolo neither.
I mean, if we talk about Dennis and Portia, that's really like a mismatch.
Yes, I think Dennis is cute. You know what? I like
Dennis. He's cute, but
he's cute.
But they're a mismatch. You're right.
It's a smart move. He is a hot dog king. He got a
I
good
mean,
credit
he does
score.
he does
You know
well
what
for
I mean? If you're
himself.
gonna have a baby with somebody and then break up with him, Dennis is the smart move to have a baby with him. You know,
Yeah,
he's
you don't want
funny,
nobody
he's
bummed. But
cool.
what was
You
that
know.
other guy that she dated? It was it last year?
I
Ty?
Oh yeah, I remember him.
He
He was a
was
dog.
so
But
cute.
did
I
he
thought
quit his job? Look,
He
he quit.
he
he
worked in like
Like
definitely
she was
wasn't
not
he
here
was
for
like a
that.
report.
responsible.
He didn't
He
have a
was,
real job. He was like a reporter or something. He was like
So
free.
you're right. Sometimes you got to
Yeah,
let go of the superficial and think
yeah,
logically and practically.
right. She
yeah,
did
because
good.
he was
Portia did
cute. I
well
was
for
like, ooh,
herself. She did good.
yeah.
And sometimes you just gotta, they're in that circle. You gotta pick the best. You might not always win spades. You gotta throw out the best card for your hand. And when you
Damn
dating
you
these
right now.
men in this street, you gotta pick the best card. Because sometimes trust me, that's why I say 2 on the front burner, 2 on the back burner, and a reliable, chubby, cute guy in the middle, honey. Because you can
That's
always
a
count on
lot
him.
to
It's
maintain.
She
it's
just did a whole
listen,
stovetop.
that's it. I call it the stovetop method. You ever
Yeah.
watch
Oh,
starting lineup? You rotate.
Yeah. Two in the front, two in the back, and right in the
so
middle.
apparently you guys don't care about this Real Housewives of All. Will you be watching the
Oh,
Real
I'm sorry.
Housewives All Stars?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
What are they
listen,
called?
I'm
guys,
excited
I'm
about it.
still
They
in.
have not released any details yet. It will be available on Peacock because they're trying to make Peacock a thing. So they're putting the Real Housewives of Miami's new season on Peacock, and they're going to be offering this new. I'm here for it because I love it
Who's
when the Real Housewives go
Miami?
on vacation. Say
Who's
again.
Mi- Are they bringing the girl with her mama back? The weird looking ones from
She
Miami?
passed away.
Yeah,
No.
The mother.
mother
Oh
passed
my
away.
God.
Was
I
it
am
last year?
so
The mother
sad.
passed away.
I want to say it was. See, I
Just-
stopped you.
Oh my
You owe
God,
me a
they were a
joint.
great pair. They were characters. They were. Her mother would always be like, "Well, because." What about the mother in Dallas? Is she still on there that won't give her
Yes,
daughter no
Yeah.
money?
Mama D.
Yo, she won't give
I'm
her
over
daughter no
Deandra's
money.
story. She's so whiny.
I'm
I
like,
was
she
kind
won't
of
give
glad
her
that they
no
didn't have an
money.
episode this week that I had to talk about, and
Yeah,
that
fine.
says a lot that I didn't want to have to watch it.
You didn't even want, yeah. And
I
Let
didn't
me
that's
want
tell you
to have
why
to
crazy.
talk about.
Dallas. Dallas gives me plantation vibes. I can't watch them until they put a black woman on there. I can't mess with Dallas. Dallas makes me feel like
You would think, right?
it gives
Yeah.
me plantation vibes. It gives me like I'm watching somebody's. I don't like it.
What
Data
I'm
says Portia's hot ex didn't want children, and obviously that's exactly what she wants.
Right.
Data also says I heard Wendy and Andy are Peacock investors and part owners. It would make sense,
That makes
and I've
sense.
said this on my podcast that it would make sense to me that Wendy is getting something out of this because she was the first one to start bringing up Miami. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'll be a friend of," but yeah, there's some business going on there.
And you know what?
really?
I think Wendy is. I think that she's gonna be done with that show in the next few years.
The talk show.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be done with that soon. I mean, honestly, it's cute, and I love Wendy Williams. I do. I love her and all of her messy. I don't even think that she's so much messy. I just like that's
Not like how
how
she was in her radio
listen.
days.
Her radio days were the
Yes.
bomb.
She was
Remember
a
her? I loved her radio days.
She had a
She-
horrible weave.
And
She
I'm
was
so happy
chubby.
that she never got shot because one of them rapper guys,
Ooh,
those little
yes.
rapscallions could have shot.
Her
Those, if
Skeletor. They
they
was
could
slick
have
with the mouth.
definitely. Wendy
Yeah.
could have got shot back then because that's when dudes weren't the Migos. You know what I mean?
And that's why a lot of
They
people were
were real
speculating that's why
Queens
she got into
Bridge
that
dudes.
relationship with Kelvin because he
Yeah.
started to be like her bodyguard
Her
almost.
bodyguard.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
needed one.
And
'Cause
Skeletor, during a recent interview with Miss Jones, revealed that Bulge, the Bulge that she used to talk about in the studio, was not even a real person. So she was trying to give that illusion that she had someone there.
Really?
I bet because she was talking
She was
cash
messy.
money about thugs. And
Yes.
these are 1994 thugs. Like,
Yes.
thugs when like politics as usual was real. Not
Yes.
these Migos, these stirred up in the kitchen with some stir fry. Like, I mean,
Robin
little
said, I
Uzi
like
Vert
Margaret
messy.
from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I like Margaret. I think
Me
Margaret's a great
too.
addition to Jersey, but we'll talk about Jersey in a second. But since we were talking about Mary Cosby, let's talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion. I'm not going to go to you yet, Canna, because I already see the face. Let's go to Andreen. What were your thoughts on this reunion?
It
Part
was
3.
before. First of all, I think Mary's going to get in trouble with her step grandfather husband. I think she's gonna get in trouble. Let's see. And you know what? This is really sad. This is how boring they were to me. I don't even really know their names. I can describe them. Like the
And I'll tell you the names. Go ahead. Describe them.
was it a Heather?
The heavyset woman?
Yes.
Yes, Heather. Heather became like an MVP, but this reunion, she was just
Yeah.
harping.
She looked like upholstery. She had on upholstery.
And
She
then
did.
and then I'm over Jen. The whining, the crying. Where is my husband? I want him.
How did you feel though when she made the case that as a colored, these are her words, as a colored woman, that it's triggering when people call you aggressive, and that's been a common theme on reality TV this week.
True, but she's acting that way.
You're acting aggressive.
I mean, she is. She's just losing it. So what were we supposed to call her? Not cute.
And the thing is, I think with Jen, she does use race as a weapon. She tried to use it against Mary, saying Mary didn't want to go to the 7-Eleven if black people were outside.
And Mary acts like she's not black.
She's got a lot of issues.
Has this. I'm sorry,
Mary
guys.
is
Canada
black
loves
on
her.
Sundays, honey. Sundays.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
She's down to the collection plate, getting her 5 pences from her 4 parishioners. Okay.
All of her answers were so materialistic. She just I couldn't that was just what I'm just not into. And I was excited about it because I skied at Salt Lake Park City, Utah. And I was so excited. I was like, because it was beautiful. It's a beautiful place. And I was like, oh my God, they're going to show. And I'm like, oh, the cast. And they had good cannabis there too.
Oh.
Listen, I'm already planning my trip to Salt Lake City because let me tell you something.
Very
I
nice.
like where the money resides. And as far as I'm concerned, Jen don't have enough black friends because she comes out of her face real raggedy. And and I know why she did that because you know those exoticals with their black husbands always think that they can step up to the plate.
Yeah.
And Mary should have checked her. But see, Mary's
but she's not black enough.
Proper, and she didn't because everyone knows. Guess what? When you do go to a 7-Eleven and she didn't say it the right way. When there's all kinds of raggediness outside of 7-Eleven, and I'm sure it's not in Salt Lake City. Last time maybe there is a hood in Salt Lake City, and I doubt that Mary's going to a 7-Eleven for anything. She's not even ordering from the 7-Eleven on GoPuff when she has a hangover, like the rest of us. Okay, she's not. Let's be
Audrey says Mary showed up to reunion knowing the feds are watching. She's going to prison. I mean, I predicted that very early on.
The fact that when she listed all the houses that she has
that are empty,
how you got in the radio station's closed, the soul food restaurant is closed because
Southern Plantation.
That's the name of it.
I cringed.
You see why I can't even deal with that? Do you really see why? I mean, I thought Miami was crazy. I can kind of deal with Miami, but
she's crazy. And she sits in her. The reason I love her type of crazy is because with women like Mary, she's been indoctrinated into so much ridiculousness her whole entire life.
She doesn't see anything wrong with this.
Mama's crazy. Her grandmama's crazy. Her granddaddy humped her and they made a baby. He's crazy.
He was very upset during the reunion. Did you notice his energy?
Yes.
Yeah.
He does not want to be on the show.
Yeah, of course he doesn't because he's doing something that he ain't got no business.
Now all his friends know. He probably told them a whole bunch of lies.
They probably want to bang Mary too.
Yeah, but he probably told them a whole bunch of lies. He's like, man, I thought you met her at a strip club. What do you mean that's your granddaughter?
He met her down to the pew.
Well, you know what he said during the reunion? He said, I was 22 when I married Mama. When he said Mama, I was like, oh, damn. So Mom was a Rolling Stone.
It's very Waltons. It gives me lots of Little House on the Prairie. It's giving me very much West Virginia Hills. It's giving me all of that. But you know what?
Now all the people from West Virginia is going to chime in.
If she can marry her step granddaddy in Salt Lake City, Mary would not have any options. Who was she going to be with? That's why
She was married before.
Yeah.
That was arranged.
No, was it? This one was arranged.
It was arranged, and the one before this was arranged too. I ain't mad
Ooh.
at you. I'm not gonna marry myself. But you know, do you?
But
People do
the
some
one thing that I
strange
do
things
love
these
about the
days.
Real Housewives of Salt Lake City is the fact that we're getting inside Mormonism
Oh yeah.
and the Church of Latter-day
Yes.
Saints, because I only knew peripherally what that is, but now we're inside, and it is a little cultish.
Listen,
You
Andy needs
think?
to really be
Yeah.
on his game and get me a Real Housewives of Scientology, so we can really get up in the mix, honey.
It's coming.
Scientology.
Look how long it took us to get to Mormonism. It's coming. We're in the Mormonism. We're in the Pentecostal.
Scientology next.
Scientology next.
Oh,
For sure.
I'm not mad though. You know what? The Mormons, it's not as bad. Like Heather, I love Heather. I do like Heather because
Same.
I like that she is honest about like how she felt about her divorce and how she was like, and her husband looks like Skeletor.
He lost a lot of weight from those wedding pictures.
He looked like he
Yeah.
had to have money, honey. And the fact that she gave him all them babies, because you know, him pumping on top of her probably held her pelvic area as skinny as he is. That hurts.
I don't think he was that skinny when they were making those children.
That hurts.
Well, she's a thickum. She's thick.
But she also was very thin when they met. So it was like the total
you know what?
opposite.
And how come we didn't talk about her one night stand with old boy down to the party?
Did they really have a one night stand?
Yeah, she got her little. Yes, she got her bolo on.
Yeah.
Her bolo.
Yeah.
I have to say, I liked Heather throughout the season. However, during the reunion, she was becoming unbearable.
Right.
It was just like, let the Lisa situation go. Because to the point, to the viewers, we completely forgot that you had beef with Heather. That was like the first episode.
And Lisa and Meredith are so boring. Bring the drunk Republican friend back. I mean, Jesus. Lisa,
The one that was at the insurrection, she might be in jail.
Oh God, I'm so over Lisa and Meredith. I'm over which one? What's the one with the tequila brand? And she's
Lisa.
Yeah, and her kids. Like, did she even give birth to them kids? She's robotic. And then I'm over the son.
She brought a lot during the reunion, though.
She
brought a lot
with
during the reunion.
The son who was like, "Oh God, Mom, I saw you."
Brooks Marks.
Brooks, he needs to take a seat, honey. He needs to move out.
He's too
out
grown.
Of the womb, and he needs to
grown.
take his one track suit with him.
You saw Andy had that tracksuit on.
And Andy's so shady.
Don't get me started with Andy. You know, Andy Cohen and Watch What Happens Live, they're doing a whole contest for, you know, anyone that talks about the Bravo shows and things like that. They're doing a whole contest for a spot on Watch What Happens Live where you'll be there all the time.
You have to do it.
I am not doing it because I don't want to work with Andy Cohen.
Really?
You're having all these blogs talking about how Andy tried to sleep with me. No, I've just heard way too many messy things with Andy. I'm gonna have my own talk show where I'll be my own executive producer.
Absolutely.
There you go.
You have the talent for it.
There you go. You definitely do.
Thank you so much.
You definitely do.
Look, thank you.
Andy needs to go raise his baby and be the Real House mom that he's meant to be.
No,
I don't know how he has even the time to raise a kid doing everything he does.
Cocaine.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm acting shocked like I didn't put it out there too. Mama's Pop Culture Craze says Heather came off like such a teenager in that reunion. I agree. It was just like, come on, Heather. It's like we weren't even focused on it during the season. And you, up until the reunion, you already saw the good majority of the season. So why harp on it during the reunion? She came across very petty and it was like, oof. I didn't like that.
She had on a dress. My mama went to this store called Sophisticated back in the 80s, and she had drapes that were made right out of the same material that Heather had on. I promise you. And they were green and gold. And Heather had the silver bird. That was drapes that she had on a poster.
I can't with you.
It was a couch.
Hannah, you are a mess.
I can't with you.
She wore a sofa. A 1970 sofa. And she sat there.
Any other thoughts on the Salt Lake City reunion? I know I took notes on that too. Hold on.
He said I took notes on that.
Oh no, I didn't take notes on. I watched it again though before this. I did take some notes on the basketball wives. Are you guys watching the
Listen,
basketball wives
are
this
we going
season?
to talk about Evelyn crying? Can we get
Let's
to
talk
the-
about it. What are your thoughts? You know, the OG just released some unheard audio from that scene that we saw this week.
I had a hang when you posted it. I went and I listened to it because I had a hangover that day, and I have nothing better to do but lay in bed with my hangover and listen to the mess. Honey, first of all, Kristen, didn't nobody ask you to be nobody? I want Kristen to really just go and get pregnant, have another baby. Kristen, the only reason why you are even in the position you are in your man's life is because you are a church mouse with petite black girl features and edges. That's why.
Pointy nose,
Nobody
the
cares.
lips.
Your husband don't ask for your opinions. I don't even
Right.
believe he talks to you. You need to just go and be she looks like the doll, my child from the 80s.
She does. Yeah, she does.
She does. She's real pretty. Go be pretty and quiet in LA and do nothing. That's what you were plucked for from your man. To do nothing.
And of course, as the host, I have to play devil's advocate. I try to read all the comments that I receive on my TikTok videos. And I've seen a mix of things, people calling OG ugly. And honestly, I don't think OG's ugly.
No,
I think
not.
OG is
because I've seen ugly before.
OG's not
African
ugly.
feature. She has a wide nose like me. That's the
Look
quickest
like me.
Yeah, like, and I think OG is gorgeous. I really.
And I think she puts herself together well.
She does.
But
I think that OG's person.
But wait. What, Andrew? Wait, Andrew. What?
Told
I did see that.
She'll never live that down.
But that's the thing. God always humbles you. You can't have it all.
But you know what, OG, what I love OG, and I could be OG's friend. But OG, if you notice, when OG gets back into a corner, yo, her fire is fire. And that's why they get so mad. Because even in that audio, when she said to Kristen, I helped you get that check. I got you that check. And Kristen was like, Kristen had a right to get upset because OG, now you knew you shouldn't have said. And Jackie Christie's Hagatha ass should have been like, now you know, girl. See, no one's checking these people's mouths. And Kristen was like, okay, that's not right. That's a low blow. Kristen, you don't want to be OG's friend. Let's be honest. You want to be
Evelyn's friend.
And I want Phoebe to go away. I want Phoebe to.
I like Phoebe.
I think Phoebe's funny to me.
I want Phoebe to go back.
Phoebe cracks me up, and she's from Sarahville, New Jersey.
L train. I don't like her. I want her to go back.
And that's why we love having you guys be a part of the conversation, because I think it's better when people don't agree. Honestly, it makes it better viewing for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys are just tuning into our live, I'm of course TheKempire. I'm here with my girl Hannah and Andreen. They're weighing in on some of the hottest topics of the week. If you haven't checked out my podcast, there will be a link in the description of this video. I talk about this a little bit more raunchier on the podcast because YouTube and TikTok, they limit on what you can say and do. Community guidelines, especially if you're a person of color or colored, as our girl Jen says.
Eloquently put it, colored.
Colored. Okay, I do want to backtrack just a little bit in regards to the reunion, just a little bit. As I said before, I didn't like what Jen was doing with the whole color situation. Mm-hmm. They're currently taping season 2 right now. All the ladies are coming back.
Really?
All the ladies are coming back.
Show more Mary because I want to see the Mary face.
I think you're going to get more Mary this season.
Oh, the eyes.
Can we in the All Stars? Can we get Mary and Ramona in the same room?
That would be too much.
She's the black Ramona with the eyes.
But you know what it is? I used to say, I said this on the podcast. I said that I feel like Jen reminds me a lot of Ramona.
Really?
And not looks wise, just personality wise.
Really?
But the
'Cause-
eyes
Ramona
is
is
Mary and
crazy.
Ramona. But the personality, yeah. Like,
I
all
want
over
to
the
curse.
place.
I want to have lunch with Ramona and curse her out so bad and continue to be her friend.
She's a Trump supporter.
She's crazy. They're all Trump supporters.
Yeah, I have to ignore the fact that a good majority of these housewives might be Trump supporters.
They're all Trump
Okay, yeah,
supporters.
that's true. Sorry.
We were talking about the basketball wives. I don't know how I got back from Salt Lake City. Basketball wives. Okay, so this is my thought. As I said to you before, I can see both sides of the situation.
Mhm.
However, I do feel like OG did a disservice to herself in explaining colorism and not being willing to say this is what happened and this is the way that it made me feel.
I heard that comment that you had made. Yeah, I agree. I think she.
Canada doesn't.
No, it's not that I don't agree. I feel like these heifers know what colorism is, and they playing stupid like they did. And Shawnee needs her ass whooped.
Oh, really?
No violence. What do you mean? I know you don't mean violence. What do you mean?
Shawnee needs her ass cursed out. She needs to really be sat down, and she needs, first of all, and I get it. I'm Shawnee O'Neal. You laid down with Shaq and had 50-11 children by him. We're gonna give you your 50-11 flowers too, because nobody want to be bothered with Shaq. So you put your weight in for that. Anywho, like cool.
I'll deal with Shaq.
But she lets Evelyn act a fool. And Evelyn needs to be put in her place too.
She admitted that in this latest episode. She said she admits to favoritism, but she doesn't admit to colorism. Do you think there's this colorism going on?
Yes, absolutely. It's featureism.
Featureism.
It's featureism. You can't. They harped on OG. OG could have bodied Evelyn.
Yeah.
He would have just plucked her shoulder. When someone just kind of, you know what I mean? Like, because would have left a little mark on Evelyn's little stand.
Canada, I don't know. Something you're freezing up for me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Can you just restart and come back, and we'll just have you come back?
Okay.
Just because I knew she was freezing. Canada, just reboot or something for me so that we can
I'm putting in my earbuds.
I don't know if I even need my earbuds. Let me take these out.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think this is better for me.
I can't use my earbuds on here.
Ooh. Can you guys hear me? Check.
Yes.
This is our very first StreamYard special live here where we're talking about some of the hottest topics in entertainment, music, and reality TV. As you guys always hear me say in my YouTube videos, if you're not subscribed to TheKempire Daily YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe, like, comment. We already posted a couple of videos this week talking about some of these hot topics, but I wanted to go live today and speak with you guys because I love hearing the conversations that you're having on my TikTok or in the comments on YouTube. So I wanted to hear back from you guys. Oh, let's see. We brought her back.
Here she
Queen.
Yeah.
Wait, look.
She's so frozen.
there we go.
You are funny.
But can we wait? So we were talking about basketball wise, the colorism, featureism situation. I just need OG to really tell us. I felt like she wasn't willing to tell us this is what happened. This is what I felt pissed me off. And this is why I think it was colorism. Yeah. I don't think they separated her during last year's reunion. I felt like that was I don't know if I would call that colorism, but that definitely was favoritism. And I felt like she didn't do anything that some of you guys haven't done that was worse. Ooh. And there was no reason to separate her and sort of like call her out. I know Tammy was supposed to be a part of that separate stage. But I'm like, why are you separating the stage? Like you guys don't have security. Come on now.
Yeah.
You're being extra.
I think I saw it. I definitely saw it. I saw how they treated OG and I saw the colorism. And Evelyn was the perpetrator of the colorism and the featureism. Evelyn would always take a dig at OG's features every single chance she could get. I remember in one episode, Shawnee was like, she's so aggressive. Like, Shawnee, she's aggressive. How is she aggressive?
Jackie, all of them are aggressive. Like
I'm like, she's not aggressive.
Evelyn is probably the most aggressive.
Evelyn.
Remember?
The way she was slapping her thing last year, that was very aggressive. Like
she was very upset.
When Tammy was on the show.
And the only reason why they didn't do it to Tammy because Tammy got Brooke with them and she let them know. But Evelyn tried Tammy and Tammy's looks when Tammy first came on, if you remember, Evelyn definitely tried Tammy.
Yeah.
Oh, Cheryl, look at her hair. Oh, her clothes. Oh, she's so tacky.
Yeah.
And Evelyn don't do that to tacky girl from the IRT ass Phoebe because Phoebe is the basic bottom of the barrel, bodega, whoever girl, honey. Okay. Phoebe looked like the hood rat that get the $2 for $1 chips and the juicy from the corner store.
Audrey says in the chat, she says, I completely agree with Canada. Colorism is definitely an issue.
And it's
I just need OG to explain it better. Like, I'm ready to have her back, but she has not given me anything like, yeah, she's right. Look what she said. Y'all did this, y'all did that.
I don't think she needs to explain it. We've seen it. She don't, and if I were her, I wouldn't explain it, and I would pay them dust. Because one thing that OG did was she got in Evelyn's pockets. People aren't messing with Evelyn like that, and she's still.
No.
And I looked at Evelyn's Instagram, and Evelyn is still. She's so tacky, and it's so tacky. Evelyn was, promoting some stainless steel. They weren't even stainless steel. She was promoting these LA Mart earrings, talking about, I always bring y'all the best earrings and you could order them from. I'm like, honey, you got on them wholesale AliExpress earrings, boo-boo. 12 seasons in. Don't nobody want your $1.99 Fashion Hut Asian beauty supply store ass earrings, boo boo.
Audrey in the chat. Audrey, why are you not on our live and having conversations?
Right.
To say in the chat, but we appreciate you in the chat. Shout out to Data. Data says Data says, how often are we doing this? I need to mark my Moesha diary. I need to be in attendance always. Data, I'm definitely going to try to go live weekly. I might go daily. Well, not daily. Look, I need to have a life, y'all. I'm on Hinge. I'm on Tinder.
I'm
on Bumble.
How is it going for you? Because I was on I went on, what was the one with the black people? The what's the name of that one?
Blackpeoplemeet.com.
No, not black. I did that in my 20s.
Remember Black
I'm still seeing a guy from blackpeoplemeet.com, honey. He's good too. What's the new, what is it? BLK. I went on BLK. I went on a date because he had a negative COVID test. So I went and I was bored.
That was very responsible of you.
He showed up with a slipper and a sock on.
You're lying. Janet, why are you lying to us right now?
Really?
You're lying to us.
The Adidas slide with a sock. And he kind of catfished me too. He was cool, the little teddy bear guy, whatever. But I was like, he had on a faded red, like Adidas hoodie, sweatsuit. And it should have been red. It was kind of pink. And he had a slipper and a sock on. And
Audrey says, I'm not going live until I get a crown like Canna. I feel ashamed that I came on live without a crown.
Look. I was getting ready to.
I am so glad I came on this live without a crown. Canna came on a live to outdo me. You know what?
That's not true. I have a crown in my logo for Canna Butterbean.
Next Friday, we'll get a crown.
Yes.
Exactly.
We always need crown. Go on Amazon. That's why I got this one. And my Amazon coupon groups.
What?
The Amazon coupon groups. I got to put y'all on to the Amazon.
Yes, you do.
Groups.
You're so funny.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm willing to give Basketball Wives this season a couple of more episodes, but I'm not that invested. It really hasn't been a lot.
They're raggedy. I'm all set.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with Audrey when she says Evelyn has probably been the. I lost the comment when she said that Evelyn has been probably the most aggressive on.
Yeah.
Here it is. How is OG aggressive when Evelyn has literally come across the table at people?
And who's married besides?
Yeah, there's no one else that's married. Even the executive.
Well, we knew that on season 2. We didn't know why.
Right, but I'm like, I just want to know how come if Evelyn wasn't so invested in Toji or what she calls OG, she could have. If she's because with her, she prides herself on being so beautiful and the chosen one. If you're the chosen one, boo boo, for all of these rapper and baller types, how come you haven't gotten you a new one? Because the baseball guy definitely put you down the river with no paddle, honey, left you with your big-headed baby, and you just redoing your cabinets and making avocado toast for Bodega Girl.
Uh,
I,
I think we have another Kenya situation. These beautiful women that can't get a man.
It's
Or
not
keep
even
a
about
man.
getting them. I mean, just secure something on the sideline, the stovetop rule or something. No one's dating. Like, y'all ain't got no dates. Can we get some eye candy or something? Like, no one's dating.
Well, it's a
No
pandemic right now, so I wouldn't,
I got a vaccine. I know these rich women could get them ones.
you got a
honey.
vaccine already?
I sure did.
I didn't get mine. Did
She's
you
also in
get yours?
You better make an appointment through the Walgreens, honey, and
She
get
said
you a
make an appointment through
vaccine.
the Walgreens.
They do. You better make you an appointment through the Walgreens and go there and show them your ID and get you right. I'm for the streets, honey. I need to be
Because
out.
you're younger
I'm
than
tired.
me.
I'm 42. I'm a licensed massage therapist though, but that don't make never mind. I'm still I
I'm
made me an
52
appointment.
and I have lupus.
And you definitely need to go and get. I don't understand what y'all waiting for somebody to tell you to go get back. Go like I did. Go on the website and make you an appointment. Then people ain't asking you for no clarification.
You're
when you
right.
get there. Waiting for who? This is America. Take what's yours up front and then tell people.
Audrey says, do y'all remember when Wendy called Evelyn's baby a cash register? I do remember that, and that's when that whole
Whose baby?
back and forth.
Evelyn's
baby, the one with the baseball player.
I mean,
cash register.
Is he still playing baseball?
No, he was actually Meg Thee Stallion's producer or manager.
Well, he was the owner of a record label.
Oh,
well, at least he's not trying to open up an Italian restaurant in Brooklyn, honey. Lord Jesus.
He also has a publishing company. Calvin has a publishing company as well.
So he makes beats too?
He has a publishing company?
No, not beats. A publishing company to produce books.
Really?
I keep up on Calvin. I keep up on Calvin.
Listen, I love calling him Calvin. It is the best thing in the world. Like, Calvin, now you know, honey.
Wait, Dana says Walgreens, she got a bleach shot, y'all.
I did. That's where they give him out at. Listen, I feel better already, and I didn't even know if it did anything yet. But look, I'm gonna take something because I am not staying in the house for another year.
I'm gonna let you guys know this. Just because you get the vaccine does not make you immune to getting COVID.
Right, it does not.
Please continue to be safe.
Listen, I also know that, but I do want to get on a flight for $1.99 round trip and go somewhere. I really do.
I don't blame you. Dana, who lives in New Zealand with a great prime minister, says, stay over there with y'all corona.
I definitely won't come to New Zealand with the germs.
They won't allow us in the country.
I know they won't. Listen, we can't go anywhere, honey. We can barely get in Atlanta.
Oh my God.
And don't know
Atlanta will have us. Atlanta and Florida will have us.
Listen, I'm Florida not going to any of those places.
Yeah. Okay. I want to keep us focused because we're not going to be live for much longer because I know you guys have
I got
Friday. Y'all got things to do.
I don't have anything.
Let's talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Did you ladies watch?
Yes. I was telling you about Black Dolores. I'm her friend while you were chopping up my name.
Yes.
Not Black Dolores. I love Black Dolores.
You were like
Dolores
Renee.
and her booty.
Renee. But yes, okay. Teresa's wrong. Period.
Teresa's always wrong.
She's wrong, but I am Team Teresa.
Why are you Team Teresa?
Because I always root for, you know what? I'm one of those root for the underdogs. I saw.
How is Teresa the underdog?
Well, that's so much the underdog. Okay, maybe this isn't coming out right. Because she went through all that stuff. I was rooting for her to just do better.
Fraud?
Yeah, you know what? Okay, so let's just say I'm not Team Teresa, and let's just say that she was wrong. She was wrong, and I think she's just looking for a storyline.
Well, you know, Page Six is reporting that Teresa is very scared of being fired because as you've seen throughout the other cities, OGs are going left and right.
Yes,
So she's very
Vicky,
concerned. They're saying,
Nene.
and some people are saying, no, she's not concerned. Her position is secure. No,
No,
but you have
it's
to
not.
remember her storyline now. There's no drama going on with her family. There really isn't anything there. Yes, she's dating, but Teresa's not that interesting dating.
You're right, because she's not gonna tell. But what about her brother and sister-in-law?
And that potential drama.
That's the juice right there.
Okay, let's backtrack just a little bit about Melissa and Joe. There was a Reddit thread that was alleging that Melissa and Joe's situation is not what it really is.
I believe that
on television. There's a lot more going on than what we're seeing. And this season, what we're seeing, I believe, is made for TV.
Oh, okay.
I think, first of all, I think that I think Jackie's husband is definitely getting his dick sucked down to the gym. I think Gia, absolutely, and I think Gia definitely does cocaine with her little girlfriend. Absolutely, 100%. That's happening, and I'm not.
Wait,
mad
Data has a message for you, Andrew. He says, Andreen explaining her love for Teresa is like Toby explaining color.
You know what? You're right, y'all. You know what? Listen, guilty.
Listen, I love Teresa too, but Teresa knew that her husband was not paying them people the money and not paying his taxes, and she had to go to jail. And she didn't have to, but she did.
And
that's what she
apparently
chose to do.
Season, Joe Giudice is going to make the accusation that Joe Gorga is also not paying people. You may have seen that particular promo.
I saw that clip.
Listen, no one's paying anybody anything, and Joe Gorga definitely has him a little mistress, probably on the little what's that little area right before the bridge, before Manhattan, that all the little mistresses live in. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know that area. What area is that?
You know what I'm talking about. That's the town right after the bridge. That's closest where all the little hoes live at that they sugar daddy.
Hey, do you know that area in Jersey?
No, I'm trying.
What's the name of that area that they all live in? Right before, what's the first little city in Jersey right after the not Newark, that's the hood. No.
Audrey said Hoboken.
Hoboken. Exactly. Hoboken. They all live right in them little them new little built right on the river right there. And all the little Italian guys are paying for their little sugar babies apartments right there. And you know Joe Gorga has
not
one.
A bad area to be.
I know it's not. I would consider moving there if I had a little sugar daddy. Okay,
that's right.
So Joe is definitely getting it down to the town.
Part of me doesn't want to believe that Joe Gorga, because I really do love their little family. I don't love Melissa. I'm okay with Melissa.
I love them,
but I love Joe, and I think the reason why I'm okay with Melissa is because I love Joe Gorga. He's really funny on the show. He's had an evolution from being the angry brother to this really funny person on the show.
The sixth wife.
He's funnier than Teresa.
Yeah, he's way funnier than Teresa.
And I love Frank. I love Dolores.
I love Frank.
I love the ex-husband, and then the boyfriend that's a doctor. She has the choices right there. Dolores is smart. She has the bad boy for spankings, and then the good boy to build the houses.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
I love Black Dolores, but she really is a glorified friend of.
Yeah, she is. She's not a housewife.
She's definitely not a housewife.
Data says a town full of hoes. Let me take a trip because you know them sidekicks had the best time.
They do, and they look. They got expendable little monies and stuff. They be buying drinks and stuff like, oh, this isn't my card. It's his.
I don't know.
Hoboken.
Yeah. Hoboken.
And we're not talking about a garden tool, honey. We're not mowing landscaping. Okay.
But here's my issue with Teresa and this so-called rumor.
Mm-hmm.
She gave us no information.
None. No receipts.
I hear the gym. All I heard were bits and pieces. Someone told me the gym.
Exactly.
And then
no receipts. And Jennifer was right. if you don't have any receipts, shouldn't be saying that, you know, they were
At
all
their
saying.
party.
At least not at the birthday party. And let's be very honest.
That's why she
We
needs a
know
story.
if you have 4 kids by a man and you go around telling people that you have never put your husband's penis in your mouth, and you think that your husband ain't gonna go and allow, and your husband ain't ugly and he ain't po. Okay, he ain't po and he ain't ugly. He might be getting his serviced. He might get some
Somewhere
services
else.
down to the gym. And you don't look, there's lots of things that go on down to the gym. It might not be a woman service.
I thought the same thing. I thought the same
Listen.
thing, Kiana. I said, are we sure it's a
Really?
woman?
Absolutely not.
And I just feel like them sharing that information was I look, we appreciate it as viewers.
Yeah.
However, I felt like that's way too much because what one woman won't do for her man, another woman or man will do for him.
Another whoever will, honey, a sewer rat in Jersey.
She said a sewer.
Anybody. And he ain't poor.
A sewer rat, Jersey.
He's not poor. I don't know if y'all watch 90 Day Fiance, but a lot of poor men get service for a lot less. And Jen's husband is definitely serviceable. And he ain't poor.
I can't with you right now.
I'm just being honest, and I don't understand why that's a braggable thing. Like, you're married to this man, you love him. If you don't, that's how you know she ain't got no friends either, because they all co-sign like, girl, you so right. Don't suck your man's dick. Like, who told you not to do that? Who gave you that advice? That's wrong, honey.
I will say this last episode was not as great as that first episode. The first episode was just like bang out the gate. This last episode was just sort of like, okay, they're going to Lake George. Teresa kept on bringing up Jackie. Like, I don't believe that Teresa is as thuggish as she likes to pretend she is.
Right.
It's like, oh, I was going to give it to her. Well, she gave it to you really good with Gia.
Listen, she didn't tell not one lie.
No, she didn't. She was like,
she didn't tell not one lie. Gia is definitely,
you want the life I have, which is true.
I want the life that Jackie
did you see
has.
how she just snapped? She just went like crazy.
I honestly wouldn't have brought Gia into it. Me personally.
No, I would have.
I would not.
We know you would.
I would have said something way worse than that. I would have, because Gia is grown and she's a cokehead. So yes,
no.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, she's not. No, I can't do that.
She's a participant of the Yayo.
No, but for the love of Gia, the name of my new episode of my podcast, for those that are just tuning in.
I'm telling you that little girl probably has done a little booger sugar just to try it and see what happened. She's in her early 20s. You know how to, I'm sure maybe it wasn't hers. It probably didn't belong to her. But her friend could have had it.
Okay, according to RHONJ, I would have absolutely brought Gia into it.
I would have absolutely.
Oh, yeah, on that petty.
Listen, I'd have brought her daddy into it and had him wheezing all about the house. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you what you don't do. And this is as a woman, as an adult, what you don't do is you don't go to someone's mansion. Okay, you don't even come to my apartment and act a fool at my party.
Not my apartment.
Okay, you don't come to someone's mansion on their husband's birthday and go whispering in people's ears that this man who doesn't get any fellatio from his wife, which is enough for people to believe the cheating is true. You know what I mean?
I know.
And then go that at his birthday party, like, no, Teresa, you were out of pocket. And yes, your daughter was doing illicit things in strangers' restaurants, bathrooms, allegedly. Okay?
I can't. Yes. So, but yeah, like I said, this last episode, I felt like Teresa was bringing up Jackie way too much. And what we see in this preview for next week is that she flips out on the rest of the girls because she feels like they're attacking her. Because everyone with sense is saying you shouldn't have spread this rumor, you shouldn't have brought it up, and now you're not even saying who told you this.
Right.
Because no one told you this. Paige,
and you know they're not going to get a divorce. Have you seen Jackie's beach house? I'm not splitting that with nobody. The girl down at the gym would just have to keep on sucking, honey, because I'm staying in my properties. I ain't got time. You want, like, I would have to put her on a schedule, put her on the payroll or something. Since you're not doing it, you have no interest. How far be it for you to get mad because your man, you know what I'm saying, got his knob slobbed?
Well, Audrey says Teresa opened the door for anything when she started mess at my party. All bets are off, and I'm talking about all of our kids.
I'm talking about all her kids, her business, I'm talking about how she went to jail. I'm gonna find the inmates she was in jail with to see if she got fingered in the shower. I'm finding out the information. I'm sorry.
I think this will probably be my first and last live because you just shut it down. But that's the thing with this reminds me so much of the Real Housewives of Potomac, because the thing is, you can say a lot with your mouth, but you don't know how someone's going to react.
Yeah,
it could be a fist, or it could be someone bringing up your child.
That is true.
And since I'm talking about Potomac, did you guys hear the rumor about Mia Thornton joining the cast of the Real Housewives of Potomac?
I think so. No, who's Mia Thornton?
I did a video. See, this is why you have to follow me on all of my platforms, because I did only a video for YouTube talking about this story this week. And I didn't do a video on TikTok. I know. I apologize to my TikTok fam. I apologize. Maybe I'll do a video today. But now apparently she is now taping with the ladies of the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Nah, she's she's cute. I mean, what does she do exactly?
Look, Kenna went and Googled her.
Multi-clinic owner. She's a chiropractor.
12 chiropractic clinics. 12.
Oh, she married.
And she launched a beauty line. And she's married to this chocolatey man. Look, this look. Someone told me the other day, I'm of my skin tone. I can't be talking about colorism. So let me call somebody chocolatey, because then they'll say I'm being colorist.
That's true.
Well, he is a chocolatey man.
He is chocolatey. He's very good looking to an older man.
Very good man, and he looks like what Peter would look like if he had money.
Exactly. He looks like he has some change.
Listen, he definitely had some change, honey, because Mia looked like she was fresh off the Instagram circuit, honey. Okay.
Off topic, Angel says in the chat, who is more beautiful and glamorous, Ashanti or Alicia Keys? I choose Ashanti.
Ashanti.
Oh, God.
Sure. Really?
Yeah.
I choose Alicia.
Why? Oh my God, she's another bodega beauty. Nobody got time for these bodega beauties, honey. Alicia she's not even interesting.
You know what it is? I think I'm really basing it not off of looks. I think I'm actually basing it off of personalities.
My phone's gonna die.
Like I enjoy. We're about to lose.
Yeah.
Plug it in.
We're about to end anyways. We're about to end anyways. I appreciate you both being here. This conversation was lit, as the kids say.
As the kids would put it, right?
Again, for those that are watching right now,
meeting you.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you, Kenna. Let them know where they can follow you, or if you have YouTube channels or anything like that.
On TikTok, Andrian at 732.
On Instagram at CannaButterBabe1. I do a show at noon, Monday through Friday, called Microdosed Meals with Canna Butter Babe. My name is Victoria Vegas, and I teach you how to use Canna Butter Babe products in your everyday food. I make all kinds of yumminess, and you get great recipes, and I talk shit. And have fun.
We can already tell. Tell. Audrey says, Alicia Keys is boring. What personality? I mean, I maybe not personality, but her talent.
She plays the piano and sings off key.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Seriously, I mean, she does. I really feel like, and it's not even like, I think Alicia is beautiful.
Yes.
I think that she is. I've never listened to a whole Alicia Keys album. I am not interested in not one thing that she has to ever sing about. I don't feel like, I just am like, I didn't even know she liked people. until she stole that woman's husband.
Oh my
And
God.
then, but that's not, I'm not gonna put that on her because he's a mess too. And they went off to have odd looking children. So
Oh no, come on. Don't leave Egypt and the other one alone.
they're quirky. So we'll
Audrey says she plays the piano and talks off key. I can't with y'all right now.
She's not interesting at all. I love Ashanti.
I like Alicia Keys. I like Alicia Keys. Shout out to my Alicia Keys fan.
Maybe we should put them on.
Fam.
Wait a minute. Do you watch I know you're not. You're too classy. I'm sure you don't do the.
Oh, really? All the shows I talk about, 90 Day Fiancé, Basketball Wives.
But you don't watch the Love and Hip Hop one.
I used to, but they've kind of not gotten like it's like, even the family reunion. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch that.
I watched a snippet of it, and I really feel like it went downhill after they let Jocelyn go to Zeus. And I don't do Zeus Network. I think that Zeus Network is like Mary Crosby's church, a sham.
Oh, really? So I won't do the commercial that Zeus is sponsoring today's live. No.
Take the money if they give it to you. He has a little bit. I'm just saying.
She doesn't take the money if they give it. No, Zeus is not sponsoring this live. But I mean, I have to say, the Love and Hip Hop has not been good for a while. I thought when they brought Chrissy back to the New York portion of the show for like the anniversary of the show, I thought maybe it would get more interesting, but it just kind of went to this whole other world. And I'm like,
and it was good. It was good. But then they have Rich Dollars, who I've never seen that man make a dollar. How does he make? I really want to know how he makes money. Is he a pimp?
He used to work a lot in the music industry. Like behind the scenes. He was like a manager.
I want to know how these people make money. I'm interested because
I'm thinking they make a lot of money. I know that Olivia accused him of stealing money from her allegedly.
I believe that. Because how do these people pay? I know Yandy is a boss. I know how she pays her rent. But seriously, I know they don't own. And the one time that they had to go to Mendice's baby's mama's house, she lived in the projects.
Oh yeah.
That door was burgundy, and that's the Lower East Side projects.
Yeah, I do remember that, thinking like, oh, I know where that is.
Yeah, I know. So I just want to.
I just feel like Love and Hip Hop has not really been good in a while, and I used to watch all the cities, and then somewhere along the line, I was just like, no, this is not for me.
And then the LA, what is it? Yeah, Love and Hip Hop LA. That one is a dub too. Ray J is. I love Ray J. I think he's smart. I think he's funny, but I don't want to watch him parade another woman around
or throw another one in the pool.
Watch it. I don't. I'm over it. I'm over and I lived in LA for a year. I'm over LA. I don't know how people pay their rent there either. So I don't know why people go and want to be a singer in LA. Be a singer on YouTube. You'll make way more money. Be a singer on TikTok. Listen, to be a singer on TikTok, if I could bust them little.
If I could bust I used to. I was doing some dance moves. So I was like, oh, I need to make a video and do this one. There will be a dancing video TikTok of me coming very soon once I figure out my moves.
I can't even really figure out with my cooking videos. I have the little apparatuses and stuff, and I'm trying to maneuver it and figure it out.
It's a lot of this TikTok situation is not so easy.
Making content is difficult, and I can't put anything on TikTok because of cannabis. So my page is they flag me at all costs.
So, like, I don't know. Like it's like it's becoming
a children's app.
Oh, is that what it is?
You should get on Clubhouse.
I am on Clubhouse.
Oh, I have to follow you on Clubhouse.
I'm on Clubhouse, and I was thinking about doing so. I just feel like, oh my God, how many things I'm going to be on? But I am on Clubhouse, and I am going to probably do something special. I wanted to do it something different because, like I said, doing something like this is great. You guys can see me in Clubhouse. I think we can continue the conversations and things like that. And we probably can get a little bit more raunchier because we're not monitored by all these mechanism.
Right. Clubhouse is the bomb. I love Clubhouse. I think, and a lot of celebrities are on Clubhouse too. So you could actually interview some of these people that we talk about. I mean, can you please interview Mary? Because
I mean, I could reach out. I never reached out. You know, one thing I did do when I relaunched TheKempire Radio, I said to myself, I'm going to focus on doing what I do and not the celebrity interviews, because at the end of the day, sometimes you're not able to get these celebrity interviews, and you have to be interesting on your own.
Right.
And make people want to watch and hear and listen and watch, you know, all that stuff, you know, without all of that. I mean, of course, I'm open to doing interviews. I have a couple of interviews coming up. But look, if Mary wants to come on, I'm willing to have the conversation. But I don't know if I'm willing to have the conversation, because it's going to be like, Mary, can you just tell us that? Just say it. Like, how do you make your money?
The collection plate.
She said no. Data says, I joined Clubhouse, but have to be invited. Do you?
I don't have to be invited.
Oh yeah, I was invited. I'm like, how did I get on? Someone invited me. Wow.
Yeah, you have to be invited. Yeah. It's crazy. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that I love Mary. She's great for TV. And honestly, she gave the man a baby. I don't even think they probably didn't even do it. She probably just took the sperm and then did something. It's Salt Lake City. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I mean,
they don't even sleep in the same bedroom. He's like her best friend.
Can we talk about Mary's son? He seems a little touched. Right? Is something wrong?
No, he lives with a crazy person and a snake oil salesman.
You're probably right, because I'm just.
He bought that little girl up. She's like, "Don't buy her a Prada bag." Well, what is he going to buy her? You're rich.
And she made it seem like she didn't know he was buying the Prada bag. He's using your money,
your credit card, right? Or he could have just went in that raggedy closet and took one, because she doesn't know rhyme from reason. In that closet looks like the usher board meeting room of any Baptist church in Alabama. It got choir robes everywhere. It's a mess.
I'm excited for this new season because at the end of this part 3 reunion of Salt Lake City, Mary and Jen make up. So it'll be interesting to see the new dynamics, to see if
the new dynamic is going to be a mess.
And we are here for it.
We're definitely here for it. I want Mary to tell someone else that they smell like hospital. I like to go in places now and say, "Oh, it smells like a hospital."
Data posted this comment. I want to ask Mary how her grandmother
like formaldehyde.
Audrey says Mary's son seems like the apple didn't fall too far from the tree.
Cuckoo bird. Okay. Cuckoo is cuckoo is cuckoo. That's why he be up in his room. And the reason why Mary didn't get a lot of playtime was because of Jen. So she has to play nice with Jen so she can be invited places, because Jen blocked Mary a lot.
That must be part of it. I did hear that they changed production during the season. So that was part of the reason why Mary became a full-time housewife. But I felt like she still should have went to that Vegas trip. That would have been.
Should have went on the Vegas trip. But the Vegas trip would have been a lot worse if Mary went on the Vegas trip. It would have been a lot. But let me tell you what I predict this. I really think that Coach Shaw is having an affair, allegedly.
I believe that. Honestly, I feel like there's more to Coach Shaw. And I said this on the podcast today. I feel like Coach Shaw, but I didn't want to do that to another black man. But I do think that Coach Shaw is a little shady.
A little. First of all, how much do college coaches make? They live in a chateau. And what kind of job?
Rented chateau.
We'll see. Because I was wondering, and I know price points of men pretty well, because, you know, I know the price points. I'm dating, honey, and I know the figures. Okay. Let me tell you something. I was like a head coach of a college in Salt Lake City. I know it's a Division I, honey, and then she has staff.
But she said during the show that her business is very good. Like, she owns the algorithm to something. I don't know. We still know what Jen does. She's in marketing. Data says, looking forward to Mary and Jen. Those white women didn't want them to be friends.
I like the little stripper pole girl too. What's her name? The cute one.
Whitney.
I love Whitney.
I like Whitney.
Whitney's cute. I like Whitney. She brings a little zest.
The only ones that I didn't love this season was Lisa and Meredith, and I wanted to love them, especially Lisa, because she has that New York energy, but I didn't love them this season.
I would have loved the one, Brooke's mama.
Meredith.
But yeah, they both need to lighten their hair. I'm so over I can't do the boring. I can't. I'm so over it. Lighten your hair, ladies.
No, I
Figure
love
it
the fact
out.
that they're dark hair
I
women.
can't deal with it. It's too much. I can't tell them apart. I can't.
A lot of
know
people
if they're
can't.
happy or
I
sad.
can't. No, now I can. Now I've been watching
I
the
can't
show
tell
enough.
them apart. I want Meredith to keep the affair going. Her husband is a dub. He's boring. He was a placeholder. He was the guy you marry, give him a kid that pulls your credit score up, and then you dump him. I mean,
I didn't know
much.
that. Was I that? I think I was that guy once before.
We've all been that person. Look. That's why I'm the way I am now.
I was talking on my TikTok earlier, and we were talking about everyone's dated a scammer, and I had to think about that. And I was like, oh wait, I did.
I definitely did. I date a scammer? Yeah, I have.
If you told me you didn't, I would have been shocked.
No, I've dated a lot.
You dated a man with flip flops the other day, so
I did. First of all, it was very tumultuous for me. I looked very cute. I had a fur coat on. And he had on a slipper and a sock.
To this. So I can imagine if you're going on a date.
And he had a slipper and a sock on. And then had the nerve to have a convertible Benz in the snow. It was a lot.
Wow.
He was financially irresponsible, and he showed up without a hard bottom shoe. So I deleted that app. But I am thinking about getting on Hinge.
Everyone is saying that, and Audrey is in the chat. Audrey and Canna, get on Hinge. I can't vouch for Hinge. Hinge is not a sponsor of this live yet. However, they need to get together because they keep giving me women. But I think you both should try it out. I think you should try out that and any other dating app.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Hinge. I'm gonna figure it. I'm still trying to figure out what I want. I don't know if I want a man that makes beats or if I want a Jewish dentist. So maybe I'll get both. I don't know.
Audrey said, I told you, everyone has dated a scammer, whether we want to admit it or not.
Oh, yeah. We admit it. I have.
And Data admit I was a scammer. Why do I believe that, Data? Why do I believe it?
I just don't know. I hope Jersey gives us an amazing season. I hope Teresa acts a fool. I hope
she will act a fool just to keep the smoke off of her and to keep her job. And I think she will be back next season, but I don't think the relationship between her and Jackie is going to get any better.
No, it's not. When does New York come out? Because there's a new black girl on New York, right?
Yes, Ebony K. Williams.
Yes.
I was hoping to be a part of it because I was like, black girl, she needs some black gays. But she probably found some other ones here in New York.
What do you mean?
I don't know Ebony like that. I don't know her personality like that. I've known of Ebony before.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see what she does on the show. New York is my favorite franchise. The fact that
I love New York.
They didn't get rid of. Bethany left. Dorinda's gone. I'm not sure. I'm interested. Ebony's coming on as a full-time black housewife. And then there's going to be a black friend of. So, I've always said that New York needed to be more colorful than it was. But they did fine without the color.
I wish they would have brought the girl on who was married to that man, the old man, who was the beautiful black woman that's married to.
That was the lady that you loved with the
leg. Right. That was her
father's girlfriend. She wasn't
wife.
Interesting though. Like just a little bit of that we got from her during the time that she was on it. She wasn't interesting enough for me. I wanted her to be on, but I was just like, she's not giving me anything.
I know that at some point during this New York season, Ramona is going to say something that Ebony is going to have to blatantly curse her out for.
You're right.
I'm here. Absolutely. I'm here for all of that.
And Ebony's smart. Ebony is not
very smart.
Dummy.
Right.
So
very smart.
It's going to be interesting.
Who's she going to be friends with though? Because first of all, I love drunk Dorinda. I'm mad that I love drunk Dorinda. I love her roly-poly dry cleaner boyfriend. I do. They're not together.
And their messy situation behind the scenes, allegedly. Someone left a comment the other day on my TikToks making accusations about John and his
booger sugar habit.
Yeah, his booger sugar habit and his business possibly being a front for something else. That's all allegations.
I believe all of the allegations, and I believe maybe
I believe
and
all of
allegedly maybe Gia got the book of sugar from John.
You know,
Allegedly.
I just like to put out a disclaimer that none of the thoughts of Kiana represents the thoughts of TheKempire LLC or our subsidiaries.
None of these are all my thoughts. And I'm just saying, you never know. That could be her goddaddy or something. You never know. They're all connected some way.
Audrey says
Hoboken.
RHONJ needs a Puerto Rican from the Bronx. They need something because New York is way more diverse than they represent.
Way more diverse. I would even love to see them have one of those rich women from like Pakistan or
Right?
Lebanon. That's right. Like we need some Middle Eastern or Southeast Asian
I would be
flavor.
surprised if all of them up and left because of the pandemic.
Where'd
A
they
lot
go?
of those rich women don't live in New York. They own property in New York, but they don't
Right.
live here.
Right.
But I would love to see it.
I would
Like
love
she'll
to
come and
see
stay
it.
just for filming, and then be like, "Darling, I'm going back."
Right. I wonder. Okay, so is the girl the tall? I like her, the new one this season from New York.
Leah, I don't,
You don't? Why?
because I feel like Leah tried to come on to be too cool. Like she's so New York, and she really isn't for me.
Well, I mean, she sells T-shirts. That's very New York. Anyone, everyone has a T-shirt.
New York.
She sells T-shirts with
She
things
sells
on
ugly clothing.
T-shirts. Like I have, those people you
I mean,
meet.
at least
I
she
have a
got
clothing
something
line.
before She by Cheray never even launched.
Listen, She by Cheray, they did have T-shirts too.
They
There
did
is
have
a commercial. They had T-shirts, and it looks very early 2000s. God bless her.
Oh.
God bless her. Hopefully she
I
gets a
really
spot
hope
back.
Cheray comes back to the Real Housewives of
I
Atlanta.
hope she comes back because we need some. First of all, Kenya's not going to have no friends. Candy's going to jump ship.
Yeah. No,
Candy.
we're loyal though. We're Tauruses. We're loyal. She's not going to jump ship that like.
And I'm tired of Candy. Candy's boring. Candy is boring. Candy don't drink. She likes wings. And that's it. She's boring.
And that's why I said I would never do reality TV because I think you guys would be bored with me.
No, you are. We watch you on TikTok every day.
Yeah, but
you're not
that's
boring.
different. I'm talking about other people's business.
Yeah, but you're not boring. I'm sure you have tons of business. You live in New York. There's business there.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I don't want to share it.
See, I'm an open. I would be great for reality TV.
You would be,
I
like
to put it all out there. I would literally be like, here's my box of toys. Here's a strap on. Here's the vibrator. This is what we do. It's amazing. Do you want some Korean face cream? Like, I'd be like all over the place. Like,
some Korean face cream.
Yeah, I go from one extreme to the next. Like, do you want an edible? Oh, yeah, do this. If they ever come to Boston, I'm auditioning.
They really need to. I didn't even think about Boston as a city. They need to
try
the Housewives of Boston.
They tried it, and it is so boring. Because the women, like, think about the people in the like, you have to have a certain amount of money and the tax bracket and stuff. In Boston, yeah, you can find underlying fun things, but the women would be like from Newton and Wellesley and boring boots, honey.
I've heard this too about other cities. They've tried, and then we don't hear about it, but it just because never, like Houston, I heard they tried in Houston, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah,
I think they need new casting people. They might need a new casting company.
They definitely do. They definitely need new casting, and they need new cities. Like, why won't we have in Arizona? Scottsdale is probably popping with some rich women. I think that Beverly Hills and OC are dramatically boring compared to what they could
need to get rid of them.
They need to get rid of OC altogether, and Beverly Hills, they need a complete revamp of Beverly Hills, because I think that, remember, did you ever watch the Second Wives Club?
Yes. Who was in that?
So the black doctor who did Tessica's hair with the Gorilla Glue, his wife, and he played her all up and down to that, honey. But I definitely took a twirl on Michael Obang.
I cannot.
Listen, and now that he got Gorilla Glue's hair, I'm just saying.
They said in the chat room, we need a UK Housewives. They did, the Ladies of London.
They did the lady, and I liked them.
They were good. I didn't love them, and I think that's part of the reason why they didn't get it.
Right.
What was the fourth season?
Right.
It was good, but they weren't. I heard that the Real Housewives of South Africa are amazing, though.
They are.
I haven't watched it.
They are amazing.
Really?
Let me tell you, they are so amazing. Their accents are beautiful, and they're very proper.
African accent.
So when they're cursing each other out, proper. Those
Okay, so you
Real
know what's gonna
Housewives, they're
happen once I'm off
good.
of here. I'm probably gonna go watch an episode.
Watch an episode, you're gonna laugh your behind off. It is hysterical. There's a one white woman on there, and she is always getting told about herself. There's a one scene where they threw a drink, and they were like, "It's an animal. Who does that? An animal?" Like they.
Oh, okay. So you know you might get a video this weekend about me talking about
Yes,
Housewives of
it
South
is
Africa.
so
Audrey
good.
says, "Oh my God, I didn't even recognize him from the Second Wives Club. He played the F out of his wife."
He played her, and she was so listen, and she had like 11 babies by him too. She crying in a Rolls Royce. Look, she had edges too, crying with
You
edges
and
in a
these
Rolls
edges.
Royce. I'm telling you right now, I am just very upset at these. Like, honey, at least he had the decency to not cheat on you in the same country. The other woman was all the way in Africa. Keep her over there. Like, what you worried about? You at the mansion, he ain't never home. Like, what do you want? That's the idea of what you rich women think love looks like. Let that man go to work and find you a boo on the side like Melania did. She was down to the Tiffany's with her boo, allegedly. Allegedly. You seen the way she skipped off that plane after when they landed, and she had her little Gucci caftan on, honey.
The countdown begins for that divorce.
Listen, I
Because
would wait till you
I know
die.
they had a post nup. I know there had to be allegedly some sort of post nup once he became
Absolutely.
president. I know there has to be some sort of something happening there.
I read an article, and I didn't know that Melania's parents live on the property at Mar-a-Lago also.
Yep.
And they said that Melania is spending her days at the spa all day, every day. Sometimes she goes
That's what she was
twice a
probably
day.
doing during the presidency, because she didn't really do any first lady work.
She didn't, because she had to take care of her son, who looks like he's definitely touched by the devil.
Oh, damn. So, okay. All right. All right.
He
Kiana,
definitely is.
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being one of our co-hosts tonight. We had an amazing conversation. Please make sure that you link everyone to your social media in the comments once this is posted. Again, everyone that's watching, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out some of the videos that I posted this week, including the story on Mia Thornton, the newest possible friend of or housewife to the Real Housewives of Potomac. And if you missed the beginning of our live tonight, you missed a lot. So go back and watch it. And of course, be sure to share everything. And a new podcast episode is available today as well. Everything's available in the description of this video. Thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to Audrey, Data, everyone that participated. So shout out to Andreen for being here as well. I appreciate you guys. Everyone stay well, be safe, and sign up for that dating app. All of you.
Hinge. We're on it.
Bye.
Thank you.
They're not sponsoring this. Whatever dating app you want, they're not sponsoring this yet.
All right. Hinge, run the money, somebody.
Yes, run the money quick. All right. Thanks so much, Ken. Have a great night.